everybody, and welcome to Talking Foods with Chef Carlo.
And this is the amazing Andrew. How you doing?
I am good, amazing Andrew. I need a cape. Can I get a cape?
Yeah.
I need a cape. A cape.
You know we can do that, right?
And a superpower. I should just take this off and put it around.
Superpower?
Yeah.
You work so I don't have to.
Exactly.
That's a super... We should bring capes next class.
Capes it is.
Okay. We continue the sago dressing. I got a couple of emails. Oh, you said something about the olive oil dress, the olive dressing and the low-fat dressing. No problem. We can do it. So today we're gonna start with the low-fat dressing. For that, we're gonna use chicken stock. I use already ready chicken stock. I don't have to do little or anything straight out of the container. I already seasoned it with a little bit of salt. And what we're gonna do is basically, the vinaigrette ratio is 1 part vinegar. Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Yes, 1 part vinegar to 3 parts oil.
Oil. So we're gonna take 2 of those parts and basically substitute it with thickened chicken stock.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
I was like, do I need a rumble after that? Yeah. So I got my trusty pot here. Now, the first thing you're gonna do is we're gonna take the chicken stock and we're gonna add a tablespoon of cornstarch.
Cornstarch, okay.
I do use cornstarch. So people ask me, can we use potato starch?
Absolutely.
Can we use? Yeah, of course you can. I use cornstarch because it's readily available, and we have like 3 cases of it in the kitchen.
You guys like to thicken things in culinary, don't you?
Yes, sir. Keep it nice and thick. And it's the favorite thickening starch of the Asian cuisine. Now, this is cold stock, cold cornstarch. If you attempt to put cornstarch there while it's hot, it will just seize up into
You get balls of cornstarch floating around in your stock.
Into a golf ball. So we set up here. Yeah, it will set up into a golf ball. So, Chef Carlo, are you using canned stock?
Absolutely. That's what you have at the house, right?
Well, that's what you have at the house. A lot of restaurants don't have the advantage and the luxury of making their own stock.
Right.
So if you use a high quality stock, nobody will raise your eyebrows at you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stir this one slowly, trying to make not that much noise because the mic probably is gonna pick up a lot of it.
That's okay.
So as I keep an eye on this, you're gonna work.
Okay, great.
So we're gonna start with the, as this one thickens, you're gonna go with the, because we need to let it thick.
Right.
Bring it to a boil so it will thicken. Whenever you're working with starches, always make sure that you bring it to a boil. If you don't bring it to a boil, the starch will not reach the maximum thickening ability of it. Gotcha. Whether it is potato starch, corn starch, tapioca starch, any starch, you have got to bring it to boiling point. Now, my friend, you're gonna start the olive oil.
All right.
Olive oil.
I'm gonna squeeze olives for...
Actually, I'm gonna make it easier for you.
Okay.
So, this dressing is really cool because we're gonna use olives as the thickening agent and the main flavor.
Okay.
So I love to use Kalamata olives.
Kalamata
So add half of those in there.
Okay.
So it's about half a cup of Kalamata olives in the bottom of your container. And the reason we're putting it in this container is because we're gonna use, instead of making him do it by hand, we're gonna use the immersion blender.
Blend them.
The beautiful thing about the immersion blender is that it will cream everything up and you don't have to do it by hand.
There you go.
Before we do that, we have to add a little bit of olive oil.
Got it.
Jumper, so it can help you make a paste.
Okay.
So please go ahead, start making a paste. So work it up and down, all around. And you want to make it into a nice thick paste. You'll see it there. If you want to leave it chunky, that's fine. But we're going to create an emulsion, and that emulsion is going to be it's going to be possible with the water that we're going to put in there, a little bit of vinegar, and then the oil is going to go in there.
Perfect.
Meanwhile, he's doing that. My stock has come to a boil, and I'll show it to you in a moment. So Adam, can you get that in there? Look how thick my stock has changed completely. Density has come to a boil. Now it's nice and thick. Now I don't want to use it like this. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit. Perfect.
And for those of you watching on Facebook or YouTube, we are on Instagram today. It's not as pretty as the Facebook and YouTube, but it's okay. But we are on Instagram. Feel free to follow us. And
You don't need to clean it.
I don't need to clean it?
No,
That's
just put it
driving me
right here.
crazy.
That's why I brought you
Okay.
the cutting board. There you go. Perfect. Now,
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Studio 67 NCC on Instagram. Follow us.
thank you,
All
sir.
right, done. Little pepper.
Little pepper. Gotta add some salt, but not too much because the olives are salty. Okay, now my favorite, red wine vinegar.
Okay.
Quarter teaspoon in there. Good. Give it a whirl in there. A zing, zing,
Nice zing with this.
Give it a zing, 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 and a bling, bling, bling. Done with my electric burner.
The great thing about this is I went home and I took the leftovers last week of the roasted red pepper vinaigrette.
And how'd you like it?
Oh, it was fantastic. My family liked it a lot. We tossed broccoli and onions in it as a fresh salad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my mixture of olive oil and canola oil because there's already a lot of olive in there.
Right.
So you're gonna keep this. You're gonna keep this stick in there.
Yep,
So
I'm ready.
ready?
I'm ready.
Look how easy
I'm gonna
this
hold
is.
so Adam can get a hold of this.
Okay, so start and mix it around. Make sure it's nice and creamy. I gotta do more. Make sure it's almost like a cream in there. Gotta get that emulsion going perfect.
Yeah.
So when it looks all nice and creamy, now you can also increase the speed of your immersion blender so we can actually get more fat in there. More fat.
More fat?
We're getting fat. I want to get more air in there. Okay, keep going.
There we go.
There you go. And this is gonna turn almost like a tahini. It's gonna be nice and thick. There you go. Look it from the bottom up. Leave it at the bottom for the moment. There you go. Perfect. While you work it, and taste it a little bit.
Good. A little more pepper.
Because I'm in love with pepper. A little bit of salt and or black olive Kalamata dressing is ready.
Kalamata dressing.
There you go. Beautiful.
Cool.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
good?
I can take a shower in that.
Nah, I don't know if I would take a shower.
Yeah, come on, it's winter. It keeps your skin nice and dry. Well, there it is, folks. That's your olive oil dressing. It could get, I don't know if it can get better than that, unless we use like other, and again, I like to use Kalamata olives. You can use Castelvetrano olives. You can use blue cheese stuffed olives. You can use, there's about 300 kind of olives out there.
You can use them all.
You can
You can mix them.
Instead of a tutti frutti, like a tutti olive.
2D.
Tutti frutti? How Rudy. Okay, we got that one ready.
Yes.
Please wipe the immersion blender, and the next one we're gonna do.
Now he wants me
is-
to wipe the immersion blender.
I know they're gonna do something that we haven't done on air. We're gonna make mayonnaise because my stock is still getting nice and warm out
We're gonna
there.
do it blindfolded.
Blindfolded? No, I didn't send any money on the board, so I'm not gonna do blindfolded mayonnaise. What we are going to do though is we're gonna make mayonnaise right here in the studio and show our viewers how easy it is to make mayo.
Oh, it's like crazy easy.
How
I
easy,
think I
Andrew?
put that on the Facebook too. On the Facebook, I put it on our Facebook thing on how easy it is to make mayonnaise. You'll never go back, even though Duke's is great.
Listen, Duke is great. It's a fantastic product, but if we have the chance to do it by hand, I mean, why not?
Exactly. So we got 1 egg
Actually,
so far.
2. So the ratio is 1 egg to 8 ounces of oil.
1 egg to 8 ounces of oil.
You can actually, if you're challenged, you can get. But I heard that 1 egg yolk can actually hold 240 ounces of oil. Yeah, sure, no problem. This is how we're going to do it. That is going to come out nice and right. Okay. So to avoid any kind of mistakes, I do 1 egg, 8 ounces of
2 eggs, 8 ounces of oil.
Well, now it's going to be 60 ounces of oil.
Oh, because we're making more. Okay.
We have 2 eggs.
Gotcha.
Now, for this one, we're going to use, again, I like to use, you can use lemon for your mayonnaise. You got to use an acid. Today,
you use lemon?
We're going to use lemon.
Okay.
But I've seen recipes that you add vinegar and then you still add lemon. Yes, but you can still add just lemon in there. This is my favorite lemon squeezing tool right there.
I see that. It's working well.
I know, and it doesn't bring the seeds out.
Right.
So the seeds stay in there. So the juice of 1 lemon will be more than fine in there. Add a little bit of salt and pepper in there.
Okay.
1 pinch of pepper, 2 pinches of salt.
That's 1 pinch because I didn't pinch all the way. 1 and 2.
My favorite emulsifying agent, mustard.
Dijon.
Yes. And usually you have to add powder mayo, ground up mustard, mayo.
Has ground mustard?
Ground mustard, not ground mayo. If you ever make ground mayo, let me know. Ground mustard.
Mayo in powdered form.
That would be really interesting. So I like to add my my mustard, and I just take it sort of the container. Now, just 1 pinch
of garlic.
Garlic powder.
Garlic powder. 1
garlic
pinch.
Powder.
Ah, secret recipe.
That's a secret recipe right there.
Okay.
Okay, now we got our eggs in there that help you create the emulsion. We have the mustard. We have actually the acid also will help you create the emulsion. And now, look at this. Don't steal
I know. This. I love this.
This is like,
this is amazing.
People go like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, no.
It's like, well, what's going to happen is fat is going to come to the top. And underneath there, you're going to have, can you see it?
Yep, there's a nice line.
There's a nice line there. And your eggs and your liquids will still at the bottom. So now, what are you going to do?
I'm going to immerse. I'm going to stick that sucker on the bottom.
Yes.
And go low speed.
Low speed
until
first.
It starts, and you'll see it. It's going to cloud up white. This is amazing. This is like white, like.
Yes.
Look, he told me we were going to do this last week, and I was like, oh, I get to make mayonnaise. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
This is
amazing.
so cool. Okay.
So we have the salt in there, pepper, seasonings. We have everything we need to make mayonnaise.
Right.
So, go for it.
Okay, here we go.
And see, he's not moving anything. This is just immersion blender. And you can see already the mayonnaise forming right at the bottom. That is the emulsion. It's when basically molecules of water and fat comes together in a uniform and delicious liquid. Alrighty. Look at that, like a professional.
I watched the video last night.
Just in case, you've done this more times than me. Alrighty.
Gotta speed it up.
Now speed it up and come on up in a spiral. Spider up, spider up. Look at that.
This is so amazing.
You got a spot right down here. Go down one more time. And look how creamy it is. Wow. Good job.
Thank you.
And just to show you guys how cool that is, why don't you put a little bit right in that glass so you can see how creamy. It's almost like ice cream in there.
It is. That's what's amazing is you've taken egg yolks and egg whites and then a couple of spices and things like that with some oil, and you've created.
And now the funny, look at that.
Mayonnaise.
The funny part is that a lot of recipes for mayonnaise call only for egg yolks. I have found useful when I am doing it with the immersion blender to leave the egg whites in there. Now, just a note, just put it right there. Just a note, we are using just eggs from the fridge. They're not pasteurized. So I highly suggest at home, if you're gonna do this, feel free to use pasteurized eggs, but I've been making it this way for a long time.
A long time.
And we're not there yet. But check that out.
I mean, that's it just never ceases to amaze me how easy this is.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Duke's mayo, I mean, look at that. It's nice and it's almost like a parfait. It's almost like ice cream, parfait. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
Look at that.
So and now we have showed you how to make your own mayo.
Yes, sir. So, and from there is so many dressings that can be achieved from mayonnaise. Mm-hmm. We have, well, I'll show you a quick one in a while if we have the time. Now, we need to start setting up for our low-fat dressing.
Okay.
Now, low-fat dressing. The ratios are going to be the same.
Okay.
We're going to have 1 part vinegar.
Okay.
We're going to have 2 parts chicken stock that has been thickened, and we're going to have 1 part oil.
Gotcha.
So, how are we doing time?
We're good. We've got about 13, 14 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. So we're going to start with our vinegar. Oh, can you wipe that one for me right there?
Yeah, do we need water that I can spin it in?
No, I forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
See, I was looking for the little bucket that I have there that I had last week. And I'm like, oh, darn. So we're going to start with 1 part vinegar. I'm going to add my Italian seasoning in there because I want to give it an Italian seasoning spin. Even though our chicken stock has been thickened, let me show it to you how it's going to look. Once it's thickened, just to give you an example, this is how the chicken stock looks while it's thickened.
This is definitely not easy.
No, it is not easy without the bucket with the water.
You should have your students have to do this.
I have no students on Tuesday morning. It's only you and I, my man.
No, I mean as an exercise in futility.
They haven't missed any classes yet.
Okay, good.
So they haven't missed any classes yet. So still, so I'm substituting the fat for my chicken stock. Still, I like to add a little bit of mustard.
Okay.
I think it's a great flavor, and plus it has natural emulsifying agents in there. We have our vinegar. We have our Italian seasoning.
And mustard.
Mustard for flavor and also help thickening. You're gonna add 2 pinches of salt.
2 pinches of salt.
3 fingers.
3 fingers. Wow,
That's
that's a pinch.
That's a pinch.
Man.
Now,
There.
this is like a handful. But a pinch is 3 fingers.
Is this scientific and 1 pinch of pepper?
There is a lot of science in that. I can tell you that.
I don't think there's so much science in that.
I can tell you that in our classes, I tell each student to grab a pinch and put it in a plate and put it in front of them. And then if you look across all the students, everybody's pinch is different. So it's really interesting. It's just like if you give them a recipe for bread, and it's very simple. It's flour, yeast, salt, and water. And it's that same recipe, and there's 10 students. For some reason, you're gonna get 10 different breads. Okay, so we have our vinegar in there. We have all our agents. Now we're gonna start slowly adding our chicken stock.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the immersion blender, and let me put this in a more pourable container.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit splatter out. It's live, and no, we don't have like other cooking like platforms that they have like 40 cooks.
No, just us.
It's just us.
It's just us.
It cannot
Which
get
is great.
It cannot get more real than this. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
I am. All right.
Okay, low speed is fine. Start it up. and we slowly add
The chicken stock.
or thicken chicken stock.
Thickened chicken stock.
Thicken chicken stock.
And the funny thing about this is when the emulsion starts, you can hear the difference on the
can hear
emulsion
the
on the blender.
You can hear the difference on the speed of the blender, and it's also going to pick up a little bit more air. It's going to definitely train your ears. It's like when you cook with a sauté pan.
Right.
You can tell when the sauté pan is hot or when it's not hot just by the sound it makes as soon as the protein hits the sauté pan.
Right.
And now, bring it up so you can pick up some air. All right, now we're gonna add the oil. And this is a crucial part because now is when the emulsion is gonna form.
There it goes.
There you go.
So how much oil did we just add?
So we added basically 1 part vinegar, 2 parts thickened chicken stock, 1 part oil.
Gotcha.
So I started with 1/3 of a cup, 2/3 of a cup, and 1/3 of a cup of oil.
Gotcha.
Now you can bring it up and down. Now, this is the way I like my low-fat vinaigrette. Of course, you can always change the thickness of your chicken stock by adding more cornstarch to it. I usually go a tablespoon of cornstarch per 2 cups of stock. If you want it thicker than that, see how this one is? Mm-hmm. If you want it thicker than that, just change how much chicken stock you will add in there. Here, I won't leave you out.
Thank you very much.
It's gonna be really acidic, of course.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really tangy.
That's bright. I mean, bang.
It's really tangy because, of course, there's not that much oil in there. Right. So, you don't like it tangy, no problem. You can reduce the amount of pepper in there. Pepper.
Vinegar. Or the
See
mustard.
what happens when you don't drink enough coffee during the morning? And that's our low-fat vinaigrette.
Okay.
Want it thicker? No problem. Just add more cornstarch into your chicken stock.
We got 6 minutes. What else we got?
Oh,
I see the block of. I see it over there.
what?
I see it. I'm
What do you
ready.
see?
I'm seeing one of my favorite ingredients on the planet.
Come on, just because I put a big old knife like right into it. Come on, how can you miss that?
Blue cheese, baby.
What do you think we're gonna make?
We're making blue cheese dressing
With,
with the mayo.
look how easy this is.
Okay.
Whisk. Blue cheese. Now, this is the blue cheese that is really hard. There is many kinds of blue cheese. There is really creamy blue cheese. There's French blue cheese. There's Italian blue cheese. There's blue cheese made with sheep's milk. There's blue cheese made with goat milk. This is good old American blue cheese made in Wisconsin. And I like it because it's really hard. Like, you can see that. It's not super creamy. So this one will crumble.
Will crumble. Crumble.
Crumble nicely. And, well, Chef Carlo, what is the recipe for blue cheese? I'm like, I don't have one.
No.
What do you mean? Because I had a lot of blue cheese on mine. So what's the ratio? Okay, so I'll give you the ratio. A lot of blue cheese.
Scientific again.
Scientific again. No, actually, the way I do it is I love to put a cup of blue cheese per 2 cups of mayonnaise.
Cool.
But Chef Carlo, that's a lot of blue cheese. It's delicious.
Yes, it is.
So check this out. So we're gonna crumble it, and I'm gonna get my hands there so you don't have to.
Oh, well, thank you.
So I'll give it a little bit of a dice. You're gonna have a nice clean whisk here
Gotcha.
and give it a nice crumble. Mm-hmm. And I like to leave it. I like to dice it, as you can see, but at the same time, I don't want like really small chunks in there. I don't like really small chunks in there. So we're gonna start it just like that. Now,
Okay.
add all that mayo in here. That's about 2 cups, because this is a 1 quart container. So that's about 2 cups of mayonnaise.
Did you bring a spatula?
Of course I do. You had a clean one?
I'd like a clean
Fine,
one.
we'll give you a clean one. We'll give you a clean spatula. Have fun with it. We'll give you a
I
clean.
think I got more mayo on my finger than I did in the bowl.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And that's one of my favorite sauces to dip chicken wings in.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And we're gonna take it. I'm gonna show you my favorite. Hold on, baby.
Oh, he's gonna get
Hold on.
He's going all in.
Yeah, because listen, like I teach my students, you gotta get everything in there. Even if you leave an ounce here and an ounce there, at the end of the month,
That's good mayo, man.
it's all because you made it, my friend. At the end of the month, it's gonna all add up. All those little things that we throw away, it's just, oh, it's just a little bit of mayo, just a little bit of mayo. At the end of the month, you probably throw out away 300 ounces of mayo.
Easily.
Easily. So, okay.
Got 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3.
Oh, Jesus, whisk. What happened? We had 14 minutes and now we have 3?
Oh, you're talking, man. You're just.
Well, I'm Italian. What do you want?
I'm Italian. What do you want? I'm Italian. I'm supposed to talk.
I'm Italian. What happens when you tie up an Italian's hand?
He talks his way out of it.
No, he can't talk.
Oh.
He's done. He can't talk. And that's it.
Boom.
I mean, I can make it more complicated than that, but no, that's it. And of course, if you're gonna sit overnight, you're gonna give it a better chance for the blue cheese to actually sit in there. And again, up to the taste. Do you want more blue cheese in there? Did I hear more blue cheese, Chef Carlo? Yes.
Yes.
Of course. I'm okay with that.
More blue cheese, please.
I heard somebody screaming out there. Is there somebody right behind us?
Yeah, they want more blue cheese.
No, but we'll put more blue cheese. So your choice, either the whisk or the spatula.
I'm gonna switch to the spatula real quick.
Switch to a spatula. I want to show you one more thing.
Okay.
So put a little bit of the
Blue cheese.
blue cheese in there.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go with my favorite sauce
Okay.
to dip my chicken wings.
All right.
Okay. Put half the blue cheese dressing in here.
Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Are you about to break out
Hold
the
on.
sriracha?
Hold on. This is mine. The sriracha. He said sriracha.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're breaking out the sriracha, aren't you?
No, because it has to be
Texas Pete.
Texas Pete for chicken wings.
Made right here in North Carolina.
Made right here in North Carolina, and it's like to make chicken wings. You gotta use chicken wing sauce. You use butter, and Texas Pete. That's the original sauce at the Anchor bar up in
Buffalo.
Road Buffalo.
Yeah.
Came up with the recipe. Whisk.
Whisk.
Hey, this guy's in the air. He doesn't know it. Now, for this one, I like to add a little bit of pepper.
Okay.
And just because life has been good to us,
Get off there.
life has been good to us,
Uh-huh.
just a little bit of garlic. I mean, fresh.
About
Just a bit because
one little clove.
I like to go on a date tonight. Brum, bang.
And there you go.
Oh, you should have a drum roll there.
I know.
Okay. Where's the spatula?
I don't know. Where'd you put this?
You stole it.
I did nothing.
You stole it. There you go.
Okay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite sauce to dip chicken wings in. But, you know, remember, it's the new year. We're trying to go healthy. So,
So we put celery in it. There you go. There you go. I think we're out of time, Chef.
we are out of
We
time.
are.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. And any questions you have, please do the thing that you know how to do down there. And we'll see you next week for more healthy stuff.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Bye.